Okay, everybody ready? Okay. Step up. Yeah, I know it. Easy, girls. Walk, 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 walk. Well, just hang on. I'm going to stop right up here. I will, in a second. Wave. Walk. Woo. Woo. Where we picked y'all up at, right above over here, is a webcam that I was informed that it plays non-stop. So you're able to go on to Chautauqua Institution website and you'll see us doing these rides in the Institute. Is there anybody from here? Just you? Okay. Well, I'm Tracy, and this is my first year of doing main rides. I got some of my stories of some of the houses, so work with me on it. This one over here is Belle, and this one on the left is Danielle. Easy. Ooh. United Methodist House, that is open year-round. If you have any medical emergencies, you could go there. And over here is where they put on the big bands and all that. It can sit 5,000 people in there. Inside has the largest organ, piano organ, this side of the Mississippi in there right now. I just got told that the other day. And on the side of the buildings, you'll find on the walls on there, you'll see nameplates. I think it is $2,000 per brick to have your name put on there as a sponsor. So if you want to put your name on, you get the checking account. Stop, girls. Well, right up front. Wait until I stop and then you can climb up there. Walk, Belle, walk. Ha, ha. Whoa, whoa. Right over here you'll see a cow. Okay, this cow is allowed to be here all year round. We're only allowed to run our horses in here 2 months out of the year. I think there's a little discrimination going on. But we are allowed to give rides between January and February. Other than that, it can only be in here for special occasions only. Step, girls. Step. Walk. Hi, folks. This house you'll see on the left is the Spencer House. You can rent rooms here, stay here during all year round. It's one of the only few of the houses that are here that you can live in or stay in for any time of the year. This other house that you're going to see to the left that has the striped awnings on the front there, that was the #1 house that they got its picture taken because of its gingerbread work that is done up and around, but since they put the awnings over it to save them, you really can't tell. You couldn't ask for a better day for this. Block bell. How's that? Got a little better? Got more room? Don't have to sit by your sister now?
She's not my sister.
Oh, okay.
She's my best friend.
Your best friend? Oh boy. Split the two couple up, huh? The troublemakers. Well, that's good. Then I know you'll behave. No! We're just first starting out, and I only use them a little bit. Not as much as I would if it was nice weather out. But this is our first ride going, and so she gets got a little more speed. But believe it or not, when it's all done over with, she's slack, and this one does most of the work. Whoa. Okay, this building that you see over here is an 8-sided, one-room building. If you look directly from the top of it, it'll look just like a star. That was the first book club house in this part of this area. It was too small, so then they built the red one because it wasn't big enough. Then they built this big one over here, and it's the Alumni Hall. It's the largest book club still going today. This, on the other side over here, this building that's over here you can get married in. I can't think of the name of it, but it has slated floors, and I got told it holds 2,352 square bales. An old timer come and told me. And it's the hardest building to heat in the winter. But if you want to get married in a nice building, step up, girls. This building over here, the architecture built 2 of them. There's one here and there's one in Washington, D.C. They're identical buildings. If you want to get married and you got a lot of friends and family, you get married in that one. But if you're like me who don't have a lot of friends and family, I get married in this little church with a red. It holds 32 people in there. Woo, whoop. This bridge that you see down this way, that's called the Thunder Bridge. Years ago it was an old wooden bridge and it was getting bad, so they had to tear it down. Well, what happened was a lady that lived here didn't want that to happen, so she paid to have that rebuilt. They built it, they had it all together, so all the boards were nice and tight, and when the kids rode over the bridge, it didn't make the noise like Thunder Bridge. So they went through and had to loosen up the boards and fabricate it so when the kids rode their bikes over it, it'd sound like thunder rolling across. Step, girls, easy. Step easy. Easy. And I haven't figured out who come up with a color on this next house. What's that? Oh boy. After the funky greenhouse, the next house, last year when I was here, this is the only time of the year that Chautauqua Institution is allowed to do construction. This house went from 1 story to 3 stories. They lifted it, put another story in on top, and then put a foundation underneath it. They can't go out, they can only go up. Yeah. They wanted a high rise in Cruiseburg. Easy, girls. Easy, girls. This big building that you see on the right, that's the boys' club. I mean the girls' club. Yeah, I almost got that screwed up, huh? You can come up, and the kids come up here and play inside there during the summer months and that, and play games. All the way out, you'll see the baseball field. Here, a few years back, I don't know the exact amount of years, and whoa, girls, stand. Whoa, whoa, stand. That used to be a wooden structure, and I was told it was done on 4th of July. The kids were playing with firecrackers and that, and it actually burnt the stadium down. Whoa, stand. That guy ain't gonna make it with that little truck. Stand. Down below is the boys' club. When that caught on fire, it actually melted the curtains in the boys' club's building. Next building over is the Seaver Gym. That was where the first basketball game was played in Chautauqua County. And it was 1 year later before they even had basketball hoops. Ahead of us is the Youth Activity Center, where the kids could come and play. I gotta wait for this feller because I gotta go that way. He ain't gonna make it. Yeah, I could do that, but I didn't bring my toe chain.
Can this seat hold 2 people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh, now you got
Okay, when we go down over this hill, make sure you keep your slide over this way some more. Make sure you hold on, okay?
Okay.
Step up, girls.
Yeah.
Step, girls. Easy now. Easy now.
already.
Easy now. Easy. 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 Good girl. Whoa. Whoa. This right here is called Heinz Beach. Heinz Ketchup paid for this to be named after them. Right straight across over there is Midway Park. And this guy sitting out here on this bucket is crazy. Step up, girls. Besides Katie, can anybody else tell me how Chautauqua Lake got its name?
I know it too.
I didn't. You were another one that wasn't supposed to say nothing.
Bag tied in the middle.
Yep.
Indian,
Yep.
yeah.
These 2 houses here. Nope. Yeah, these 2 houses here are the Heinz's houses. After Heinz Ketchup. Easy girls. A little hard dragging on the blacktop.
Yeah, it is.
But it was, do we go with rubber tires today or do we go with skis? We weren't for sure. Okay. This red house that we're coming up on the left, that is called the Studebaker House, after the Studebaker car. Now the big yellow building that you see behind those houses is the largest wood structure hotel this side of the Mississippi. Presidents have stayed in there. Matter of fact, I was told President Clinton stayed in that room, second story down from the top on the far end. Hillary did not like it because it wasn't big enough, so they had to close off the hallways to make her a big living room. The bell that you just heard, I didn't make it on time, that chimes on the quarter, half, 3/4, and the hour. Can you tell me, anybody tell me who founded the Stock Constitution? Miller did. And who else was a famous person in the Chautauqua Constitution?
Right.
Who?
I don't know.
Well, who made electricity?
Ben Franklin. Franklin.
Edison.
Oh.
And why did he come here?
Good thing you don't teach kids that.
Yeah.
Can anybody tell me why Edison came here? That's right. The greenhouse with the white trim on it. That house has been lifted twice. That lady is a college basketball coach, and she lifted it twice so that she had enough room for every family member in her family could stay there. Here years ago, the kids were allowed to go sled riding up and down all these hills if all they wanted. I mean, you can get a good, there's some good hills in here to come sliding down. Well, they passed the law that they're not allowed to do that no more, but which I caught them 2 weeks ago. This house with the the big condo that you see, had a big pictured window, and the kid come down through, lost control, and went right through it. So that's when they banned it, all the sled riding and stuff right through. I figured that. Huh? Well, that ain't my problem. All these hills that you see out here is of the, what's the name of it? It's a landscape of a town or a city. They're not from around here, and each of these hills was built, and it has a little plaque on top. Where do you want me to stop at? Ooh. Ooh. Now, you're actually being photographed for our new calendar for the Draftsman's Club.
Great, I got your butt in my face. Look at that guy, look at him.
This park over here that you'll see was where they come and put, this is where they had their pet town. And then we built them so close that they actually caught on fire. So they're no longer allowed to put anything on this piece right here at all, no more. And so it gets to stay as a park. What are you doing?
We're jumping on because he's crazy.
Ooh.
Hi, girls.
Okay, well, nobody told me when to stop.
Like it?
Step up. Just tell me when you want me to keep going. Ooh. Okay. Hello, Tom. Here we go. Wow, I would rather have you up sitting just in case for sharp turn.
We'll wait.
Okay. Stop it, girls. A little hard dragging in a few spots.
Oh, tell Debbie where you got those ones.
Hi.
The Miller estate.
Whoa. Now, you know, you got neighbors that are close, but that's getting a little extreme. But there's one more that is up around that I'll show you that's even closer. Last year, they had a for sale sign in front of this one, so I'm figuring the neighbors were mad at each other, so they were selling out. But I got to put my for sale sign back because that was my story. Step up. Whoa.
Or it's against the law.
This house that you see right here, that was Thomas Edison's house. That is the only prefabbed, that was one of the first prefabbed houses ever made. There's two of them. There's one here and there's one in Ohio. What's up, girls? Come on. The second house that I was talking about is right here. In this house is where they made the Gazette. They used to print a newspaper out of this house right here. This house right here to the right is the only one that has its own indoor pool with lake property. How you doing?
Doing good.
You liking it? Mm-hmm. All right. This brick house that you see here beside us, that is the Campbell estate. Right across from it is the Campbell Park. You know they must have had some money, but it's not named after Campbell Soup. It's Campbell Steel out of Pittsburgh that owns that. not sure. I believe it's that one right there. The yellow building is the only one that you can get a stay in a room there, but you share a bathroom and all that kind of. That one's open year round. We just had to get up the hill. Easy now. Easy now. Easy now. That's the Norton building, and this is the Bratton building. The Norton building is the one where they put on plays, skits, and they have another little building over a little further. I think it only sits like 150 people. No. Woo. Okay.
Good job.
If you folks can see through, you'll see a red and white house over there that has a lot of gingerbread. That would be, to me, would be one of the most photographed houses in here, but I will show you the most photographed one. That house was ordered and shipped here through the Sears and Roebuck catalog and put up by numbers. Step, girls. This building that you'll see is the Kellogg building. In this right column, you'll see a spiral case that goes all the way up and around. That building was moved from the other side of the Chautauqua Institution to here in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Can anybody tell me how they did it? It was moved here by horses with logs. They rolled it and drug it here and reset it. Stop, girls. Everybody wave to the right when we go by. Right there's the webcam now is moved.
A little drop right there.
You can wave right there. This little house right straight in front of us, this little pink house, that house is the most photographed house now in the Institute. Can anybody tell me the name of that little house?
Thumbelina.
The Thumbelina house. The guy and his wife bought it. they bought the house, and they were heading home, and their husband's pleading up and down, we're going to change the color. They were in a car wreck. They crashed. She died, and he still has never changed the color on that house, and it's still the same way it was the day that they looked at it. Stop. Easy, girls. Little hard dragging in a few spots. Step up. Step up. Val. Val. Whoa. Stand. Sorry. Hey, we got back up forward to slide again.
Thank you for letting us sit up front.
You're more than welcome, girls. I hope you enjoyed the ride.
Thank you.